remember, you will die. Marcus Aurelius. It's the one truth we all try to avoid thinking about. The fact that one day we will all die. But what if I told you that this harsh reality could actually be your greatest source of strength? What if embracing the idea of death could help you live a more meaningful, purposeful life? Today, we're diving deep into the Stoic principle of Memento Mori, a reminder that life is short and precious. In a world that constantly distracts us, this principle brings us back to what really matters. If you've ever struggled to focus on what's truly important, this may be the wake-up call you need. Let's dive in. What is Memento Mori? Memento Mori translates to, remember you must die. It's not a morbid or depressing thought, but rather a powerful reminder that life is fleeting. The Stoics weren't obsessed with death, but they understood that acknowledging death was one of the most effective ways to live a life of meaning and focus. Think about it. When you remember that life is temporary, every decision, every moment, and every relationship becomes more valuable. You stop wasting time on trivial things and start focusing on what truly matters. Your growth, your relationships, and your impact on the world. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, reflected on death daily. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Memento Mori is a call to live with urgency and intention, knowing that each moment is a gift, not a guarantee. It's about facing the impermanence of life and making the most of it. Why Memento Mori is so powerful? Why does this reminder of death have such power? The Stoics believed that by constantly keeping death in mind, you would be less likely to waste time on petty concerns or trivial pursuits. Think of your day-to-day life. How often do you get caught up in the small, insignificant things, like a bad comment on social media, a disagreement at work, or a frustration with something you can't control? When you remember that death is inevitable, it brings perspective. Do these small things really matter in the grand scheme of your life? When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius. By keeping death in mind, you shift your focus from petty worries to what really matters. Love, joy, growth, and meaningful connections. Instead of wasting energy on things that don't serve you, you start living with purpose. You make decisions with the awareness that life is short, and you want to live it fully, without regrets. How to practice Memento Mori. So, how can we integrate Memento Mori into our daily lives without becoming obsessed with death or feeling paralyzed by it? How can we embrace it as a tool for living better rather than fearing it? Here are 5 simple practices to help you embody Memento Mori in a way that brings peace, clarity, and focus. Start your day with reflection. Every morning, take a moment to remind yourself that this day is a gift. You're alive, for now. Before you dive into the noise of daily life, pause. Reflect on the reality that one day, this moment, and all moments, will be gone. How do you want to spend this time? This simple practice shifts your mindset. Instead of rushing into your day without intention, you become mindful of every opportunity you have. Ask yourself, if I knew this day was my last, what would I focus on? Practice gratitude for your life. Instead of taking life for granted, practice gratitude. Be thankful for the life you have right now. Think of the things you might take for granted. Your health, your loved ones, the opportunity to learn and grow. By focusing on these things, you deepen your appreciation for life. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for in my life today? Let go of what you can't control. One of the greatest lessons from Memento Mori is realizing how much of life is out of our control. We cannot control when or how we will die, but we can control how we live. When you truly understand that time is limited, you stop stressing over things you can't control. You stop worrying about the small stuff and focus on what really matters. Ask yourself, am I focusing my energy on things I cannot control? What can I let go of today? Live with urgency and purpose. When death is on your mind, you make better decisions. You stop procrastinating. You stop putting off your dreams, your passions, your relationships. You ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in my life before it ends? Then you act on it. No more waiting. No more excuses. Live with urgency, but in a way that's meaningful and aligned with your values. Ask yourself, what step can I take today toward my purpose? Embrace impermanence. Death is not something to fear, but something to accept as part of life. When you accept that everything, including your life, is temporary, you start to appreciate the fleeting beauty of the present moment. Embrace the impermanence of life. Notice how it changes your perspective. You become more present. You stop waiting for the right time and start living now. Ask yourself, am I fully present in this moment, or am I waiting for something better? Memento Mori is not a call to fear death. It's a call to live more fully. The realization that life is finite makes every moment more precious, every relationship more meaningful, and every opportunity more valuable. As Marcus Aurelius so wisely said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Today, I challenge you to reflect on your life and embrace the reality of its impermanence. What changes can you make today to live with more purpose, more urgency, and more love? If this message resonated with you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and drop a comment below. What will you do differently today, knowing that life is fleeting? Until next time, remember, life is short. Make it count.